Hello guys, I am International Master Minh from Vietnam, better known as Wonderful Time in Chess.com. So here I am in my Speedrun Rapid account, in order to play I think 2 games of Rapid, 10 plus 0, in order to show you something about chess, in order to show you how to be better here, also trying to have fun together, also giving some instructive lessons, right? Feel free to ask me anything about the game. Also, feel free to improve. So, let's start here together by the first game and let's go. First game we got a guy from Ukraine, Vitasat 30. Okay, so once again, e4. Okay guys, actually is 900 playing this one in the first move. I mean this is not the, I can say, opening rules. For opening, so you should try to go for the, I can say, center, developing the pieces, but a5 tends to be not really correct. Okay, d4, let's go for my center first. c6, I don't know what he's playing, so I will simply try to activate and improve my pieces position. Knife 3. b5. This is super strange though for me. Yes, he is spending like 1 second per move and he doesn't even care for his development. For me, so I don't think this is correct. I will keep on developing my pieces first. Should be 3. Wow, a4. Wow, he's playing really fast and it's hard to understand what he's doing here. Castles. h5. Okay, I don't know if this guy is trolling or not. This play is very, very surprising, I want to say that. Okay, I want to attack myself right now. e5. Let's go to attacking right here. e5. He is not developing. Also, his king is on the center. His pieces is on the O square, so just go for the attack. Rook e1. Got a piece here to the file. d5. He's really up, going for some strange move. I think I will hard to attack here. Knight g5 maybe. f3 now is my plan. e6 now actually is playable as well. I should even go e6 earlier, but okay, I'm forget that. This one here, I will tell you later. e6 here is very strong, but now e6 is very strong again. e6. I will tell you why, but this one here is you simply attack his weaknesses, and guys, finish him. Finish him. That is very simple. I can say that. I don't even know, but this is just a fast way. Okay, we can play more games up for sure, right? Just finish him. GG. Boop. Yes. Okay, so as in the title, right? Speedrun. Speedrun, right? We can simply go for the mid. Pretty quick. That's it. Right? That's it. Obviously, the thing is that he is quite, I can say, play something strange here. I can say that. Here, so he play plenty of games. He is not like a smurf or something like that. But I think okay guys, this is his opening, guys. Don't blame him. You see here, right? This is his opening. And you see? Wow. By this trick, he managed to win bishop. He wins again the 900. Win a bishop here by this trick. You see? A very strong move. If you are not careful enough, you can lose the bishop in move 4. Yes, you see here? He dropped the bishop. Therefore e5. You see that why? e4, c6. And this is a wrong move. b5. Chase the bishop right away and bishop b3, a4. And this weird opening, just give him the bishops. You see? Now this is trap. You see that? You see that? So it is a strong opening. Like, one thing in this level is that somehow they were trying to confuse you by some weird openings. Just trying to ignore that and play normal opening. That's it. Yes, you can see here that bishop is trapped. All of the square here has been covered. You see? And bishop is dead. So now in the game here, I simply go for the attack. I don't care about his weird opening. When I see he plays something weird, I just focus on developing castles. And go for the attack myself. The only time I want to mention here is about e6, which actually is really strong move. A really strong move here. So the idea of this one is very understandable. First of all, he is not developed, right? He is not developed at all. So we go for the attack right away, and we open up the diagonal like this. Obviously, f6 allows this one as in the game, right? This move here. So now, how can white, guys? How can white keep on playing here to go for the attack? How can white keep attacking here by a very strong move? What is that? Yes, knight e5 is very strong though. The thing is that you block the square for his king to run, right? And now this is very strong for sure. Now somehow his king is in serious trouble. The knight here is like dominating, right? If the queen run, we basically go this one and knight 7 and win the rook on h8. You see? He cannot even go that. So let's say if you play like rook s6 to defend this move here. So now what can white do now to deliver a very nice checkmate at this point? What can white do now to deliver a checkmate at this point? Which is, I mean, like, not really, I can say advanced. Just a distracting move. Queen h5. With the topic of distraction, we did this one here in order to get the rook out of the defender rows, right? And now we got this in mid. You see? Kind of beautiful, nice, right? And that comes to the fact that it is so powerful that even if we play this bishop e6, take the bishop, we can't even do this one, rook e6, and now knight e5. And this is still so very powerful, you see? And obviously that is the wrong thing of not developing. That's why I always recommend you guys to develop normally in the opening instead of playing some weird stuff. I agree that that can catch your opponent off guard some games, but overall this is not really good for your, I can say, chess, I think, in the future. Like I think following the rules and trying to play something safe castles or going for the development normally, following the rules should always be the top priority, right? Okay, first game. Pretty quick, right? Pretty quick. Let's start the second one right away. Sure? Let's go. Next one. Okay, so now we got a guy from India. Shubham DGNK. What a name. C5. I want to go for the Sicilian, which is the most familiar. D4. Takes. This is like Smith-Morra, I think. C3 coming. Queen D4. Okay, this is rare. I think he wanted to go for Smith-Morra, but he doesn't. Okay guys, so now how can we develop a peaceful tempo? How can we develop a peaceful tempo? Which is always a good thing in the opening. You want to develop a thing with tempo? No, it is Smith-Morra. Okay, so now we go for this one. Knight c6. Develop a knight. At the same time, attacking the queen on d4. Queen d5. Another bad move. How can we develop another peaceful tempo? I think he wants to get the queen out, but you know, this is not a good way, since we can develop two pieces to the game really fast, right? And he's in trouble, I think, right away. Right away though. Queen b5. Okay, a fairly strange way. Okay, so now what do you think you want to do? Do you want to take the pawn on e4, or just like developing normally, or just keep on harassing his queen? Do you want to like play this way to keep harassing the queen, or capturing the free pawn? I want to see how do you want to do here. There can be plenty of things playable here. Okay, first of all, a6 is fine, but queen d3 and he can defend. I think so. I think the queen is already really misplaced here, and when you see the queen is that misplaced, you don't need to trace that to somewhere that it can be better. Second, knight d4, queen d3 too. At the end, I don't see any reason why we don't take the pawn. You know, a good pawn in the center, right? The queen is misplaced. Also, now we are still much more better in development. I don't see why we just not take a free pawn. Knight d4, queen d3, and he can bring the queen back to defend the pawn at c2. I know you want to fork, right? But that is still a bit early. You understand? Just take the pawn here first, and you know, now we can like even play like d5 here, right? d5 here, defend the knight, and trying to activate our pieces. The queen here is doing absolutely nothing. f3, yes, you know, he wants to trace my knight back, which is understandable, but sadly for him that the pawn also blocked his knight to come to the game. I just come back to home normally, right? Nothing's scaring us. So now we can start. Okay, h4. I mean, to be honest, I am surprised. I'm surprised. e5. I mean, like e5 is fine though, but you take the knight for free. Queen h4 and then king d1 probably. I mean, when you are better, you don't want to mess up the game by just you know, doing some complications. I always think that it should be the once again, I mean, he played some bad moves and he resigned for some reason. And it's strange though. I mean, this account is doing good to me though. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Basically, he just playing some bad move with the queen, and then I don't know. I guess he also see my stream as well. I guess, but basically, just a strange play. You know, okay, I will do another game. Basically, what I can say is that you definitely should not play some bad move with the queen so early in the opening and trying to like forget your development. At the end, I think you should always develop your pieces normally and trying to solidify your position first before thinking about something like this. h4 is a good thing, but normally not easy to be carried out. That's it. Another one. Okay, now we got a guy from Colombia. Ecuador, I think. Ecuador. d4. This time I changed my opening a bit. Yeah, I mean, this kind of bad queen move actually is not really nice, I think so. Normally, it should not be easy to be carried out as well, since your queen can be harassed, and you need to think about that so early in the game. Okay, d4 now, let's c5, which is a barony. So now, I mean, you can choose plenty of way. c3 can be playable to defend a pawn here and try to once again solidify your positions, but no, I will play d5. which is the main variation here. Also, like getting more space as well. Yes, d5. Knight f6. This is the Benoni style here. If you play c4 here, it is completely the Benoni. But the different thing about this one is that you can go knight c3 instead. Knight c3. And in this kind of variation, instead of c4, you will go e4 directly and go for this. c4 is something, d4, if it is c4, d4, knight 6, c4, c5, it's different thing. But this one here, so d4, d4, d5 is the old Benoni. I mean, d4, knight 6, c4, c5 is the main Benoni. But this one, which is known to be older, and also, I think, slightly better for white. e4. Now with the knight on c3, you can push e4 right away. And with stronger forks, I can say that. This is the old Benoni. This is not the, and d4, knight 6, c4, c5 is the modern Benoni, which is known to be slightly better for black. A better version compared to this. g6. He is playing quick opening though, which is nice. This game can be a good learning, I think so, since he's playing quick openings. Okay, f4. This is the main line here. Let's see what he do against this. Bishop g7, correct. Bishop b5. This is theory. This is own theory. This is a check to, in order to mess him up a bit as well. Yes. This is finally a serious game. Finally a serious game. When he is playing something correct in the opening. Yes, bishop b5 is the main ideas here. And then we'll play a4. Bishop get back. The idea for this bishop move is trying to confuse him a bit. Also trying to attack his pieces right away. Bishop d7. This move is known to be pretty bad, since now we can try to put pressure on him. e5. e5. I will tell you the main line later, but this is known to be not really good for black. I will tell you why. e5. This is really annoying for him. Now take here, this is bad. I will tell you later as well. But now we're attacking the knight, right? Now he's in trouble. Bishop d7 is known to be like the mistakes. I mean, it's not like mistakes, like, yeah, it's in inaccuracies here in this variation. The main line is knight fd7. Okay, bishop e5. Guys, okay, so now, what can white do now to win material? What can white play now to win material? He fell into a very famous trick in this variation. He just take our bishop, right? So now the bishop is still hanging here. But instead of taking the bishop on b5, we will take the bishop, the pawn, with the pawn on the knight f6 first, right? And now we just get back the material. Also, we are attacking both the bishop at the same time. You see? Bishop 6, knight b5. And now we're simply up material here. I think he will find queen a5. Yes, it is. Queen a5. Okay, so now, how can you defend the knight? How can you defend the material? Yes, that is very obvious thing. A very obvious thing. Yes, knight c3. Only move. Your king and your knight is being attacked at the same time, right? So this is the only way to do. Takes. Queen c3, for sure. Okay, next one. How can you defend your king and your rook at the same time? Yes, bishop d2. And now we are safe. We escape from the attack. And now we emerge up material. 5 nữa thôi. d2. Okay, I don't know what he's gonna play here. I think we can up material here, the bishops, right? There are nothing more like, as the threat from him. And now we're up the bishop. You see? We can be down 2 pawns here, right? Without 2 pawns here, we up material, up the bishop. That is the most important thing. Especially this diagonal seems to be very weakened. You see? Yes. Queen c4, a good move. I can say that. He wants to attack in the pawn on d5. And the new hit for you is that. Okay, I mean, I will try to ignore that. You can defend that with bishop e3. Obviously, queen f3 allows queen c2, right? Bishop e3 can be able to defend that. But black can simply go knight d7 and knight f6. So I will ignore that and instead focus on my development, knight f3. You know, the bot is always savage. Ignore him. Queen d5 castles, I think. I can simply go for my plan here. I drop a pawn, I know that. You know, we are down 3 pawns probably. But his king is kind of weak. This diagonal is a good diagonal for us. And you know, the bishop here is always stronger than 3 pawns combined. That's it. Castles may be a good play. I don't know what he play here. Queen d5 still can also be considered as well. Just want to see what he's going to do here. I don't know, but this guy is doing well. This guy's doing really well though. I started like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, like when he got 3 pawns for the piece. You know, we can say that we are up a piece, but he's up 3 pawns, which is the, I can say, very correct description, right? But the thing is that, you know, this is the position that this diagonal is very strong. So the bishop is better than 3 pawns combined. I think he won't prevent me from castling, I agree with that. But you know, I mean, he needs to take the pawn as well, I don't even know. That's why I just want to see. Okay, queen e4 checks. Queen e2 is fine for me though, queen e2. Defend against the check and go for my own attack. The pawn here is also winners as well, right? Do you think it's drawable with perfect play? Maybe though. I mean, like if I play black, I can go for some counter play, but for him it's his stuff, you know. This e pawn now is very weak, and you know, now suddenly I can castles and own my pieces. Looks decent for him. Now I think it is, you know, he needs to solve by his pieces. This pawn now is weak, and if this pawn drop, this pawn here will likely to fall as well. Now he's in trouble, but he's playing well. He's playing well, to be honest. He's playing well. 400. I can't say that. Thank you for the follow. Whoops, I forget I am recording to YouTube videos. 97. Yeah, all his queen is active, and that's not enough. 97. Okay, now we just bring the piece into the game, right? I will play rook a1. The rook on f1 is doing a good job in attacking here, so the rook will stay there for a while. The rook on a1 is in the corner, not doing anything, right? He is not in time to do that. This pawn will drop soon, and his pawn here is going to drop as well. He's not in time to, you know, consolidate his positions, which is the thing here. Yes, it is. I don't even see. I wait for him to get a good position here, to be honest. You see, right now he needs to castle here or here. E6 is very bad, since I can take here and open up everything. So now he needs to find a way to castles. Just which side he wants to. The knight f3 is still covering the bishop on d2. You cannot do that. Castles on the king side, on the queen side, very strong. This is simply the only move for him. The king side is very dangerous, since my rook is still there. But the queen side is very nice for sure, to be able to survive from own kind of attack. That's it. Yeah, queen side is correct for sure. Queen side is correct. He's playing really nicely, to be honest. He's down time now. This is the fighter here. F5. Okay, he simply defend F pawn, right? But now, as I mentioned earlier, we can simply go here. We go for the D pawn. You know, like if I can take on E7, one of the pawns besides him is gonna be a witness as well, and that is it. Yeah, I agree. You know, that's why bishops will be able to put on plenty of threats here. So this is a safe way. You know, I mean, like now I need to play something like, I think running him a bit though. It's not like really fast to win. Knight b6. Attacking the queen, right? So the pawn on d5 as well. So just check him first. Queen a6. To be honest, he's playing really strongly. Really strongly. For 900. I will play something slow as well. Bishop a5. The thing is that you need to activate your pieces. And now your bishop on d2 is not doing anything in the game. You see? So now, if obviously you want to do this way, but it's hard to move the bishop to the main diagonal. That's why I think the best way here is simply go for this. Pin him, and also activate our forces as well. Rook c1. Rook c1, he may play queen a2 here, I see this one. And my pawn d5 is gonna drop as well. I don't like that. You know, bishop a5 here, the idea by me is trying to, like, you know, I think simplifies the position as well, which I think should be a safe way to continue. We are up on material, right? And when you're up on material, that is always a good idea to exchanging some materials. Okay, rook d5. Yeah, you're correct, lollipop. You're correct. But this is a mistake, guys. How can we exploit these mistakes and win material here? How can we exploit these mistakes? Yes, bishop b6. The knight is the only pieces defend the rook, right? So this is the way to exploit. And you know, the rook now is hanging. Also, if you guys don't see that, we even get the move queen e8, right? To go for the backrank idea as well. If he's not careful enough. You see? Now the rook is dropping and his pieces is in trouble. Big trouble, I mean. Big trouble. Queen a2, I will simply take on b6 as well. As I mentioned earlier, simplifies is the best way and the simplest way to go for the win when you up material. That's it. I can go for the attack, but you know, I should be tougher than just simplifies into a winning endgame when you up material, right? Now I'm up on time here, he's down on time for sure, and this one actually is really rough for him. Even queen e5 here can win material too. So it's just, I think, losing for him. Definitely. Definitely. If you're not up material, so you need to play slowly, then look for his, like, can say, like, you know, basically weaknesses and trying to run up on that. Unstoppable? I don't think so. He can stop that. But you know, basically his king is weak, his pieces is weak as well, and GG. GG. This is over for sure. Yes. He let his time run out. But okay, still, he cannot defend here, I guess. Okay, so GG. Basically in the game here. So, you know, I mean, he plays something great, I can say that. Correct opening moves. So this is pretty nice. So for you guys who want to know here, so the main variation is, one moment. Yeah, the main variation is this. Should be 5, knight b7, this one. knight d7, and a4. a4 here, castles, knight 3. The idea of a4 here is that after a6, you're not worry about b5 like this one, right? Which is the main ideas of a4, which is very typical move in this kind of variation. And you know, bishop d7 is considered to be wrong, e5. Black now must play knight g8. This is the only move for him, only move. But obviously it looks kind of bad, right? It looks kind of bad. And knight d7 here is also really wrong thing. Like you know here, and we got e5 as well, right? And you know, take here, and then e6, and we win material too. You see? In the game, so he just went something wrong here, and he allowed me to go for this. Up material here. So this point, I think you can see, right? Although he is, it seems to be that he is equal in terms of material, but his king is in trouble, and most of all, his pieces is not really doing well. In the game, so I simply get the rook out, taking the pawn, right? And like gobbling everything on my way. And it is kind of simple, right? Kind of simple. And I think straightforward wins. I can say that. He make mistakes in the opening though. Queen f5, where? You know, if you go like queen f5 earlier, so queen f5 here, right? So like this one, queen f5. Rook a1 here, and queen f6. And boom, and boom. You know, I tell you earlier, basically, he is not developed yet, and he cannot find a way to defend if he cannot get his pieces out. You see? That's it. And now this simply distraction move wins the game. This guy played well for 900, but still a really good game and something instructive, right? Okay, any questions? Any questions? Should have taken the pawn on d5. Correct. I mean, this pawn on d5 is much more valuable, since like it allows him to play something like e6 in the future, which I think will give him some more chances. I agree. Okay guys, any other questions for the game? Hopefully you will find this one instructive and you can benefit something from these games. There's something real quick, or there's something which is harder, but you know, hopefully you can understand my explanation and you find it great. What is the continuation of the knight g8? Okay, here's a knight g8 here, right? I mean here, so white can simply play knight f3 here, knight f3, takes a knight b5. So now you can see here, right? Black is having the trouble to develop the pieces. And hopefully, yeah, and you can see that white is simply up in development. That's it. For opening, that is good enough. Okay guys, hopefully you understand that and you find this one constructive. See you in some other videos later.